I'm Mike Dimas, and this is Pinball Shenanigans. Alright, I might as well start out this next episode in the playfield graveyard at my storage. I was here, I believe it was yesterday, just kind of snooping around. It's my Meteor parts playfield, and just kind of looking at what it is that I've got on here, what good parts. You know, there's a lot of good stuff on here, and just kind of taking a mental inventory. Original Stern spinner, that is clutch. And then I was looking at these metal rails for the ball, little ball guides there, and I was kind of measuring it up, and I compared it at home to big game, and it seems like it's pretty similar. So I feel like, oh, look at that one just popped right out. I brought some tools to steel this, but maybe I can just work it out, especially that I got the one side out. I think it's coming. There we go. Look at that. So the one on my big game's broken, and maybe, just maybe, Stern used the same flipper rails for multiple different Stern games. So if that's the case, then that would really help. So I'm going to steal this. Thank you, Meteor, once again for coming through. It came through for a couple slingshot arms. Looks like I stole, oh yeah, the flipper base plates. They came in handy for, I think that was Galaxy. But yeah, this has been very handy to have. Still some coils and drop target assemblies, which are pretty desirable these days for people building Sterns from scratch. I'm not quite sure I'm ready to let those go yet, but people have asked. But yeah, so all right, I got what I came for, and now I'm going to go head over to Corey Cooke's place, London Pinball, because he has some used side rail nails for me, the actual proper spirally kind, and they may work better than what I've got at the hardware store, the carpet tacks. So still haven't heard from powder coating. Hopefully, maybe I'll check on them today, and I'm just waiting for a call. I haven't got it yet, but maybe they have it done and just haven't called. You never know. So, all right, got my part. I'm out of here. Hey, I'm here to pick up my nails. London Pinball. You gotta nail me, brother. There's my dad joke for the day.
Yeah, right.
So, this demolition man you're working on is looking pretty shiny.
Yeah, it's slick.
I like your clear post rubbers.
Yeah,
that's nice.
I'm afraid I'm gonna run out of these 5/16 or whatever they are.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you should have asked me. I had a couple possible ones at home.
Yeah, well.
But yeah, so
this is going in.
Yeah, we can't say much about that yet. Well, there's something happening.
Big news happening soon
in London.
But for now, let's just say this is getting done up, and it's gonna be nice.
Yeah, it's looking good, man. I was just talking about Demolition Man on my last video, how I missed the one that I sold. Well, the two that I sold. The cabinet's nice too.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, you got new legs even?
Yes, new legs.
Very nice. And color display.
Color display. I picked this up in Allentown. Here, the color display looks cool too.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
I don't think I had color in mine. That was many years ago before I was into the color display.
Yep. Yeah, it's neat.
So I brought you some, oh cool, some flashers. I see you got the full back box LED flashers included.
I need a couple for here because I don't want to take this apart anytime soon, and I ran out of the bayonet base flashers. So.
Here's the 3D puzzle that you have to assemble. Wow, I never did shop either of my demo mans, come to think of it.
It's not bad.
Yeah,
I mean, it looks
I've done worse.
It looks way worse than it actually is.
It's a lot of layers. So I mean, once you've done a whitewater, you can pretty much do anything. Whitewater was crazy.
Yep.
So here's some LEDs. I got all kinds for you. So let's check out those nails too.
Oh, there.
All right, that looks like them. Hopefully that's enough. It should be.
So,
but yeah, I got all kinds.
What I
don't know really all the colors though.
Oh, here's a
bunch
red.
there.
That's what I want right there.
Oh yeah. We'll have to test them out.
Yeah.
They're probably all working, but. All right.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, man. It's looking good. All right. If you need your pinball repaired, call this guy, londonpinball.ca.
That's right.
All right. Oh yeah, and on our marker order, I got a brand new eyeball coming for you. What's wrong with this guy?
Well,
he looks pretty good.
Half the liquid's gone.
Oh, there's supposed to be liquid in it?
Yeah.
Oh, I never even knew that.
And I didn't know if it was
Whoa.
if it mattered or not. I just figured I'd get a new one.
Huh. Can I have the old one?
I guess.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So you're gonna need
Once
it?
it
Do you
comes
want?
in.
Okay. All right. That'd be fun to put in my games room somewhere.
Uh-huh.
All right. So I got my spiral nails from Corey, and then I just popped into the powder coating place, which is a block from my house. And I found out that the guy who kind of runs the show and does the powder coating, he injured his back a week ago and is kind of out of commission and potentially indefinitely. So I'm in a powder coating holding pattern right now. But I am going away very shortly for a week. Well, not quite. And I just told the guy I'll call him when I get back and see what the status is. And if nothing is going on over there, then I will just figure out plan B. But yeah, that's horrible. The whole operation is kind of on hold for that business. I mean, they were working away, so I think maybe the main guy is the guy that does the powder coating, so I think all powder coating is on hold, but they do all kinds of other stuff, motorcycles galore. Anyway, my mother just called. She's having internet problems, so I'm gonna go act as tech support, so that's my next mission. Okay, I'm back in the basement. I got my lane guide here, and we're gonna see whether Stern used the same profile and length on more than one Stern. Well, at least Big Game and Meteor. The problem with this one is that is actually broken inside the play field. There's a lot of holes there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here, let's remove this, we can see one of those is the old piece. Oh, that is the one there. Probably. So these screws, I don't know what the heck these are. Are they coming up from underneath? Anyway, I think the old piece of this rail is in there, broken. So, you know, I think someone made this hole and stuck it in, but the problem is that it's like so low, the ball could pretty easily hop over that. I don't love that. We may have to live with that, unless, let's put these rubbers down and see if this guy matches up. Okay. Unfortunately, it is a little too short. That ain't gonna cut it unless I want to like put it in on this end and have it, you know, 1/2 inch shorter on this side, which would make that outlane a little extra deadly. So I don't think I'm gonna end up using this. Maybe if I were to straighten it out a bit, might fit, but no, I don't think so. All right, well, it was a good try, but no dice. Okay, I am at the Graisley Arcade because this wire, like I said on the last clip, don't work. The one that I stole out of Meteor, but Kevin to the rescue
says that he should be able to make me a new one. So when in doubt, go to the Kevin. Awesome. So hopefully that'll work out. Okay, so this is about 20 minutes later since the last clip, and look, I had no idea he's going to make these friggin' things right on the spot. He made me two. So this is the original, and it looks friggin' identical. So
here's one in case
I got a spare now. That's one is a little bit longer than the other.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
you
great.
need to, like, tweak or whatever. So
Damn, that is amazing. Thank you so much. And holy shit, that was 20 minutes long. Boom.
Okay, so plan B is in effect for Operation Powder Coating. Since I'm going away tomorrow, I was talking with Kevin yesterday about the whole powder coating shenanigans, and he said that he's got to go to our other powder coating guy this week, and he can pick up my powder coating potentially from where I have it and deliver it to the other powder coating guy to get it done, so that potentially when I get back it will be ready instead of waiting in the holding pattern that I'm in right now. So that is plan B, potentially in effect. And also, I contacted John G on eBay about a week ago and asked if he could make up some big game custom apron cards, and he said sure, no problem, he'd get back to me, and he did just this morning. And here are the apron cards he designed. They're pretty sweet, and I noticed he also had Stargazer and I forget what the other early Stern was. I'm not sure if he did those up at the same time, went on a Stern spree, but I bought him up, and I'm assuming he's gonna list more copies and make them available. I just assume that he would have posted a bunch, you know, like quantity of 10 or whatever, because I posted that these are now available in the big game thread, big game club thread on Pinside. Let people know that, hey, there's some options here for big game apron cards now. But you go click on it and it says sold. I got the only copy available, but I'm sure he'll list some more. But yes, if you want apron cards, John G, 5945. He's got a little bit of everything. And Panthera, Dan Shattuck, you should get that. I sold Dan my Panthera not that long ago, and he's got it 100% working with a Pascal CPU, but not with the original board, so it's getting close. But yeah, these cards are good quality, they're cool design, and they fit perfectly every time, which is clutch, and they're laminated. So I've got powder coating underway and apron cards underway. I might just putter around a little bit on big game today, but I'm leaving tomorrow for 5 days to Newfoundland, go to visit the East Coast for the first time. And so I'm gonna have to wrap up this video. I'm not sure what else I'll get done. I don't think I've touched the machine in this whole episode, just dealing with parts and pieces. If you haven't seen the video I posted just recently, this is a sign Kevin gave me, and it was just faded to nothing, so I'm starting to paint this, and that's what I'll also work on. So there is coat number 1. So I'll put on another couple coats, try and get that looking a little better. I did have a couple beers before attempting this paint job last night. But, and then I've got my new wires that Kevin made me. I'm not going to install this until I've dealt with the flippers, so I can put this in the exact right spot to try and prevent any flipper hop. Oh, and I pulled all this crap out of storage. These appear to be unused, new old stock flipper mechs for Bally Williams games. It's a little bit of rust, but they do not look used at all. They look brand new. Otherwise, that tip would be beaten in a little bit, and these two arms here would be squished in, and often these two are touching when they're used. So I can clean them up a bit. So yeah, when I'm at storage, I just kind of like look at all the crap I have, and one thing at a time I will process the things. So I got these, this all garbage except for the ring and rods. I will save these and I will put them where they need to go, so I know that I have them. I know I was getting low on them. And then I've got some flipper shafts, or shoes, I think they're called shoes, for a couple maybe different games, Gottlieb or Bally, whatever. But those are good to have. And oh, there's different style for a small flipper. That is probably hard to find. These ones not as much, but yeah, so I'll put these where they need to go. Oh yeah, and I found another System 80/80B pop bumper driver board. These are good to have. So I'll put that in my my pile as well. So I'm gonna tinker around. Here's my screws, my nails from Corey for my side rails, which hopefully I will have, you know, by the time I get back home. All right, I'm gonna go putter.
Just watching some Pintastic New England tournament coverage, as well as Northwest Pinball Championship coverage. They're both live right now. One is complete West Coast, one is complete East Coast, and all the best players are divided between the two events. But just kind of listening and watching that while I put on my second coat. Oh, by the way, guess what we had for lunch today? Well, I figure on this episode of Big Game, I probably should actually do something to Big Game. So I'm going to clean the flipper buttons and housings. Let's see how they look. Yeah, a little dirty. Wow. So, you know, I may replace them, but the ones that I have in stock, they're kind of a little weird, and this part here gets stuck in this part. So I might have to like Dremel the edge or something to make it work. So I'll see. I'll take a look, see how well I can clean this. Probably not well. And then if not, I'll see if the replacement ones actually work. Okay, so for the most part, cleaned up good enough that, you know, I think I can live with that. Don't you think? Keep it original. They're working great, and yeah, I think I'm gonna go with that. Actually, maybe I'll check the other one first, in case it is a complete disaster. So I'll be back. Okay, so it's filthy and a little bit stained and painted green, but it's not like melted. I mean, so many flipper buttons I find are a little bit melted from people's cigarettes or lighters or whatever it is they do at the arcade, but that should clean up relatively okay. Okay, I think it's tolerable. It's not perfect, but, you know, definitely a lot better. You know, can probably live with that, so I'll install those. Okay, these guys are installed. This one's not very centered in the hole, but I will use the original screw holes, so as long as the side rail fits over that, it should be fine. And I used my file here to polish the cabinet switches. Probably not going to be able to see that, but they're nice and shiny now, and looks good. I've got it spaced out just right. Same for this side. Got it spaced just right. Both feel about the same tension. This one's a little more centered in the hole. So flipper buttons are done. All right, got some more paint on my Taco Bell sign, another coat of green, and my first coat of orange. So getting close, another couple coats, and I'll probably be satisfied with that. And I found a good spot for it on the way down the stairs into the games room. So it will be perfect. Okay, just doing some play testing, and pop bumpers weren't always registering for a slow roll on the top. And I did some tweaking and adjusting, and this is what I discovered. Let's just make sure you can actually see that. See how that doesn't work? Can you see why? It's because the skirt is like too far down. It's too low. So I'm not sure why that is. But so I need to investigate, maybe take it apart and figure out what is going on with that. I should actually probably clean these guys up too. I never did that yet, really. Get some rubbing alcohol out and polish them up a bit. Okay, I think I see what's going on here. Got the pop bumper removed, had to desolder the socket, and I think I noticed this when I was kind of investigating. This is one of the boots or spacers that's supposed to be for the screw, and I think this spacer was not on that screw, so therefore it was screwed down too far. And also we are missing one of these washers, so I'm going to find another washer, give that a little vacuum, give this a clean, and put its little booty back on, and I believe that should solve the problem. I did notice in the cabinet, where is it? Someone else is missing a boot too, so I might want to investigate that. Alright, I've got this pop bumper taken apart and cleaned up, and you know, this body is in good shape. It's not broken. Oh, there's a tiny crack by the screw, but it should be fine. But I did notice that since that pop bumper was tightened down a little too much for probably some length of time, it's actually deformed the little boot here, or base, or whatever it's called. So I am going to replace this part because it is actually warped. And I found a washer. This is the original, and this is one that's pretty damn close. Okay, pop bumpers got a new butt and is ready to be installed. And yeah, so put on his booties with his new butt and he's good to go. So I've got the pop bumper installed, but this is the shenanigander move for the episode. Oops, forgot the washers. Okay, I got my washers installed, and that skirt is maybe even a little bit higher than the other guys now, which is what it should be, and I readjusted the switch, so let's see how this works. There we go. Beautiful. So, I don't know, maybe I should give the same treatment to the other pops, even though they're working fine. So, maybe I'll leave them and just clean them up. They're a little bit dirty. So, yeah, maybe I'll do that. Okay, more layers of paint on my Taco Bell. Getting close to being satisfied with that. And I did clean up the pop bumpers, so I'm gonna be happy with that. I'll just do some play testing. If they ever act up, then I'll deal with them, but
I'm content with them. I placed my pop bumper caps order with Marco for pickup at Cleepin. And what else did I get at Marco? Oh, my couple end of stroke switches or double stack switches, because I didn't place them with Pinball Life because I didn't know what the part number was at the time. And there's a couple other things on my Marco order that I'm forgetting. What else did I get? There's something else cool. I totally forget though. But anyway, getting closer, one step at a time. I'm leaving tomorrow for Newfoundland, so I gotta try and edit this video before I go tonight and get this up for y'all, and I'll see you when I get back. So happy flipping.